Johnny and I are heading to Hammonton. We're kind of in Hammonton now, but we're heading to start a new house that we're going to have an estate sale at. So we've been driving through South Jersey for the last 45 minutes. So I'm going to show you kind of how we do everything start to finish. I tried this before with my other camera. It didn't work out so well. So I will show you from the minute I walk through the door and let you know what we have. Right now we're doing what we call staging. We're setting up for the sale, and then the sale will happen. This one we have a little longer time. This one will be in December, the first weekend of December. So I'll fill you guys in on that, and I'll take more individual pictures, but I wanted to show you actually what we do. Let me grab the camera from you real quick. All right, this is, here's where we're driving. Woohoo! And behind me is our trailer, our trusty trailer with all of our equipment on it that we need. Basically, we just start out with tables and some of our pricing stuff, things like that. So we start out with that, and then we get some more like display cases and other items that we're going to need as we go. But we're just going to start out by getting things out of cabinets and cupboards and all that, and then we'll go from there. So this is beautiful downtown Hammonton. It was my most favorite Mexican restaurant. I just wanted you guys to see it a little bit, and I'll video again when we're closer to the house. All right, we're almost to the house, so I wanted to show you guys as we approach. I'm not going to show the exact address because I don't give the address out before the sale, but I'll kind of give you an idea of what the place looks like. If I can remember which way to turn. Last time I went the wrong way and ended up on some guy's farm. Couldn't turn around.
Yeah.
So, it says we're 3 minutes away. It's a nice area. Hammonton's not a bad area at all.
In 1 mile, the destination is on the left.
There we go. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want you to. Hi, Ron. How's your gardens? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I can edit it. What'd you say?
Said go look up Ron's garden and see.
Yeah, where the address is. Yeah.
Follow right where you go. If she went down this road, they left here.
We're in my beautiful Dodge. I love my Dodge. I do. But I need a new one because this one's gone kaput. Kaputi. All right. I should really stop before the stop sign.
Yes.
That would be helpful. It's supposed to rain today. We're hoping that we get everything unloaded before that happens. You just never know. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll know based on the place that I wasn't supposed to turn into. That's not it.
The destination is on your left.
No.
Arrived.
Not true. I have not arrived. All right. Okay, now that we have the right address, this will help us quite a bit to find the house. I was here once before, but it was pretty quick, so I have to make sure I get to the right house here. Let's see. Yeah, that's not it. It's got a big garage in the back. I think that might be it right here. I think this is it right here, guys. Yep, that's it. This is where we're going. Gotcha. So, park my trucky pill. And then we'll see what we're gonna do here. Stay here for now. All right, so this is our house. So this is the very, very first time we're getting in the house. The client left us a key at our shop. So we're gonna go in and see if everything's still here. When I do the initial walkthrough, I always videotape that to make sure things aren't missing that we agreed upon. Because sometimes, you know, we take these sales and it may depend on one or two specific items, whether or not we're able to do the sale for them or not. So, all right, here we go. So we got the porch, and I'm gonna give you guys some input. I'll show you as we go through when we do go through drawers and different things like that. Hang on a second. Apparently, this door's locked too, which is a good thing. We actually are going to lock up the garage as well. Looks like the power went off at some point. So I'll just walk you through. I'm not going to go upstairs yet. We'll do that later. But basically what we have to do is we'll go through all of these cabinets, all of the drawers, all these cabinets, all this stuff. So you're seeing it before we even get started. So what we'll do is go through all this and pull everything out and place everything here on the counters, and or we bring tables and shelving in and we'll put things on that as well. So as you can see, everything is pretty much still full. So there's quite a bit to do here. So that's why we took a little extra time. The family needed some extra time here. Put a light on. The family needed some extra time to get through everything that they wanted and to determine what they wanted. They brought the jewelry to me. We don't like to leave the jewelry at the house, so they brought that to me. And then I work on the jewelry at home or at my shop and price it, because that's something that, you know, for me to just sit here and do it just takes an awful lot of time, and we don't want to do that. So basically, this is what it is. When we walk in, this is what we see first, and this is what we have to deal with to get started. All right, turn the light on there. I always use the adage that we literally sell half-used rolls of aluminum foil, but we do. So everything can sell. Everything has the ability to sell. This is kind of neat. TV with a DVD player built into it. The furniture is very nice. Usually furniture is a hard sell, but this furniture is, it's not antique, but it's kind of a timeless style, if you will. So even in the closets, see all that, all the clothing? We will sell all that clothing. So you'll see how I do that. There's a nice table there. So all the clothing we have to do, all the furniture we have to do, we set it all up. We price everything individually. Clothing, what we do is we put a sign up, and the sign will say this much for tops, this much for pants. And if we have anything that's specific, like a leather jacket or a nice suit, something like that, sometimes we will price them separately. So it all depends. Let's see if I can get some lights on in here. There we go. So here's the living room area. What we do is, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'll do upstairs a little later. There's a whole upstairs to do yet. There's a basement, and there is a garage that we'll walk through too. So I'll do a little bit at a time and show you guys, but there's a lot here to do. A lot of house. Looks little, but it's a lot of house. So I will show you more as we go. Okay, guys, I won't get you in. All right, so we started setting up inside. What we have to do is we brought things from the kitchen. I actually should have had you watch because it was kind of funny. It wasn't funny when Karen kaboomed her head on the thing. But see, what we're going to do, we always set up, that's the door people will be coming in and out of. So we have to set up my area. I call it my area, but it's where the tables and the register are. So we cleared out the kitchen completely here. And there's everything that was like in cabinets and all. So looks a little different now. It looks like a mess until we actually get it straightened out. So we moved everything around in here. That's the kitchen table now and the dining room table. So people don't realize when, sometimes when you go and you meet with people and you tell them what our commission is, they're thinking, well, what's all that for? You know, why am I paying so much in commission? But it takes a lot of labor to get this set up. This house, I'm guessing Karen here and Wendy do a fantastic job staging for me. They do 99.9% of it themselves. And what's your guess, Karen? 4 or 5 days to stage this?
This house, yes.
Yeah, because there's so much here. There's so much around and in cabinets and all that, that it's going to be a little bit. But there's some cool stuff we're finding. We went in through the bedroom, and there's some stuff in there. We found, let me bring you around this way.
The basement?
The basement. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of stoneware crocks that are amazing, some humongous ones. So we found, I have all the jewelry as I explained before, but we found some men's jewelry. So I'm going to go through this, and you want to be careful because some of, you know, a lot of people just disregard men's jewelry, but look at that. I forget his name. Oh, shoot. I want to say Sparky, but I don't know if that was Sparky or not. But things like this, I mean, they're vintage and they're very cool. My nails look terrible. I hate that. But, I mean, cufflinks, there are cufflinks. I'm getting ready to sell a bunch of cufflinks right now that can be 14 karat gold. So be careful. Don't think just because it's men's jewelry, you know, I'm going to disregard it. Don't pay attention to any of that. But there's all kinds of stuff. I haven't actually gone through this. Aroma, it's a comb souvenir. So that is Marine Engineers, I believe. Gold plate. Gold filled and gold plate are different. Gold filled, the gold is mixed in with the Korean War Memorial. With the actual metals, where gold plate, the gold is on top of the metal. So gold filled, usually if you keep the gold filled, you can use that. I can't get this open. You can use that and you'll usually get what you get for sterling. I can't open it. Okay. So all kinds of stuff in here. So a lot of this stuff, you know, just because it's costume jewelry or it's not gold, you know, it still makes sense to sell. A entrance. I'm going to have to look that one up too. That's kind of cool. That's a belt buckle. So a lot of this stuff, what I do is I'll put it all together. The girls know and Johnny to put this all in a pile for me, and anything I need to do more research on, something that I don't know what the value is, I'll take some time to do that. This would have had a pen with it, which this one is Scripto. The lighters that have the best value, there's really, really good ones, but the general type lighters you want are Zippo. Asbury Park, My Companion, and yeah. Whistles. This is a Thunderer. Some of these have some good value. Some of these are either military or police issued. So this is one of the better ones, the Thunder. But these are actually, you can find these in sterling silver too. So you never know what you're going to find. Let's see what else is in this. Swank. Swank, 50s and 60s into the 70s. You're going to see a lot of swank for men's jewelry. A lot of the tie clips and the like. Now, cross, this is chrome. Now, that being said, I'm looking at this and assuming they're chrome because they look like chrome to me. However, don't always use that because people they may put 14 karat gold, complete 14 karat gold pens and pencil sets in this set because maybe they lost the other package and they put it in here. So always double check this kind of stuff. Cross came in chrome, sterling, gold filled, and then you can get 14 karat gold. So always look, it's going to be up around here. You might have to get a loupe or magnifying glass, but that's where you want to look to see what's what. And when you have, when you find fountain pens, you always look at the nib or the part that you write or draw with. There's a lot of them that, that's a little bit of a newer paper mate. A lot of them are 14 karat too. So keep your eyes out for those. This gentleman was obviously in the armed forces. He was here during the Korean conflict. Ugh. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to do this with one hand. There we go. So, United States Army. So this is newer. Someone probably gave this to him. The one we're doing here is an actual estate. This is not a moving sale or a living estate sale. This is an actual estate where the couple passed away and the family hired us to come in. Hang on, trying to get this open. Hold on. The family hired us to come in, oops, and liquidate everything inside. Now, this particular family at first, these are just keychains, and a money clip. They weren't very interested in doing an estate sale, but there is just so much here. It's pretty, isn't it? It's a nice tie clip. There was just so much here, it made no sense to do a clean out here because it would not have brought enough money for the family. Here's another whistle. Noble metal whistles. So there's all kinds of stuff here. I'll take my time and go through all of this and see if there's anything that has particular value. On the pen knives, you always open the pen knife up and look at the edge here. Hang on. I'll show you what I'm talking about, if I can do it. You always look in here. I can't make that one out. But the name of it's always here, and that will tell you how much value there is in the pen knife. Some of them have quite a bit of value, some of them very little. That's a pretty one. So it all depends. Some are newer, some are older. This one probably would have been worn at one time with a watch fob coming out here. So the watch fob would have come down and held a pocket watch. So most men would have these in their pocket, in their regular pocket, and then the watch would come up as a fob, and then the pocket watch would go in their pocket watch pocket. So some neat stuff. These are all little stuff, but we have a ton to go through. So just wanted to get you up to speed. So we're going to set up here, and I'll show you when we're done. Have kind of set up my register area. The register will actually be right here. Those are my pricing items. We have some military items here that we will be selling. So basically that's my little, actually I put that in the wrong way. Poop. I got to turn that around. But that is where I keep all my pens and my supplies, my receipt books, all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, when we start going through stuff, this is what it looks like. Everything's got to be pulled out. We got to come up with a game plan and then put things where they belong. So we put a table in here. We put the kitchen and dining room table together in here. We started going through stuff and pulling it out. What we'll be doing here is you can't access this cabinet from the front. You have to access it from either side, and we don't want people reaching over. So we're going to take items out of here, like this area here and probably here, and just put items that are stable, and then this will be lit up for the sale. We're going to put a light down in the basement. I'll do the basement at, this is part 1. We'll do part 2. That'll be coming. Got some cool stuff here. So here's the living room. We had to move things around a little bit so that we could find a place to display things. So we've got that going. What else did we do? Photography. Yeah, you can put that on my table, yeah. So basically what happens is my staff, as they go through and look over things in the house and pull things out, they will pull things for me, and things that they think that I need to see or go over. This was the jewelry case that was filled with jewelry, and the family took it, which was very, very smart of them, and took it home, and she actually went through it and organized it for me, which was really, really nice. So I'm going to go through there and get that all set up. So here's the bedroom. We're getting, like I said, we're getting everything ready. We go through each and every drawer. We go through everywhere. So each drawer we pull out, we go through the drawers, we pull everything out, or we put it where we think we want it to be. Also, with the clothing and the closets and the purses, you have to go through each and every one, because you may have purses that have money hidden in them, or purses that have photographs hidden in them, or personal paperwork. So we have to go through all those. There's really no way around it. If you're going to do this right, if you're going to do an estate sale, you really got to take the time to do everything the right way. You can't really throw it together. So here's some more clothing. So much it's bending the rack. So, all right, so this is part 1. We've got the main floor here of the house. We're kind of got it broken down, and things are set up to get staged. So the gals will be here staging. They'll be coming back probably in a couple days to work on this, and then I come in and start my pricing part of it. So this will all look completely different when they're done. It's amazing the work they do. So you can stay tuned and keep watching the videos, and you'll see more about it. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.